Welcome back to the Final Fantasy VII Remake Pro Guide to a Perfect Save File. Kilson X here. We got Day 3 of the Chapter 8 guide coming your way today, but first let's review Day 2.
You take this one.
Cloud reluctantly agrees to help Aerith pick flowers for her delivery job.
Take it.
We chose one of each flower type, which facilitated the completion of the Leaf House's chocobo floral design. Then Aerith made her delivery, giving Cloud a chance to check out the town.
I'll wait out here.
We ran into our old pal Chadley, who gave us a number of new missions to complete, plus was offering up several new pieces of excellent materia. Additionally, Chadley provided us with our first optional VR battle against the summoned Shiva. With Ifrit's help, we defeated her and unlocked her power.
Get some rest.
With Aerith back on our team, she used her powerful magic spells to take down some monsters so we could rescue some local children in distress. Cloud leapt to their aid and we returned safely to the slums.
Come on.
We encountered another cloaked and sickly man and learned of his origin as a soldier.
Not him. It looks pretty damn similar.
The event induced another hallucination of Sephiroth in Cloud's mind.
The reunion.
When Cloud came back to his senses, we returned to the Leaf House to see the chocobo floral arrangement firsthand. Then we returned to Aerith's church to collect some treasure and end Day 2. This is where we left our heroes. And now in Day 3, one of the town's children, Oates, has requested our help in providing aid for a number of people within the Sector 5 slums. So let's take a look at our Chapter 8 Day 3 collectibles. There are no more chests in this chapter, but we are finally going to meet our Moogle Metal salesman, Moggy, who's going to provide us with a number of excellent new items. He's got some key items on hand, plus a new staff for Aerith, a couple of new accessories including the Whistlewind Scarf and the Salvation Badge, plus our last music disc of the chapter, the Gold Saucer theme. And we're introduced to a new type of collectible called manuscripts in Moggy's inventory. We'll learn more about those throughout the episode. We've got a bunch of side quest rewards including the new synergy materia, Cloud's new nail bat, and a few accessories like the protective boots, Spectral Cogwheel, and Crescent moon charm, plus an elixir and some other goodies. We'll also get the Guardian Angel's calling card's key item and the Crate Annihilator trophy. So here we go with Chapter 8, Day 3, and all of the chapter side quests. Cloud and Aerith are right where we left them, and hopefully they had a nice time between episodes hanging out in the flowers. So today is all about the Chapter 8 side quests. There's 6 of them in total, and we're going to be tackling all of them in today's episode. So there's a lot to tackle for our 100% completion today. Let's take a look at our map real quick, and we're going to head for the very first side quest. It's all the way back in town in the kids' hideout. The mysterious Moogle merchant, a child wearing a weird outfit, is at the hideout. Talk to him. And if we take a look at our side quest tab, we can see that there's 6 brand new side quests in total. 3 are already visible, and the other 3 we'll have to unearth as we progress through the episode. So we've got our work cut out for us. And with that, let's make our journey back into town from the church. And this time, we can just walk out the front door instead of having to sneak along the rafters to escape the Turks. Out into the Midgar sunlight, and we actually do get more sunlight on this side of the city because the nearby Sector 6 plate collapsed several years ago in an accident, exposing the sky to this part of the slums. And it's a pretty uneventful trip back into town. There's no battles to be fought and no treasure to be found. There are a few boxes here and there, however. I'm going to take this opportunity to practice my camera angles. I really love capturing the city above while we run. Some boxes here, and just some MP, which is useless because I'm already full. And yeah, I love looking up because you really get a sense of the scale of the city and the suppression that happens underneath the plates in the slums. I love the literal division between the upper and lower class, and it also creates this sense of mystery, like what else is going on above the plates that we don't know about. Dang it, just more MP. But yeah, it's like, what else is Shinra up to up there? Maybe we'll get a chance to investigate more closely later in the game. But for now, we're still just sewer rats, as Heidegger likes to call us. And we're coming up on the train station pretty soon, which is probably about the halfway point back into town. There's a couple more boxes up here and then through the broken chain link fence. Excellent, a Moogle medal, that's what I'm talking about. So this part of the game is kind of an interesting crossroads because we've got a few things that are happening simultaneously. We've got Cloud, who's been separated from Tifa and Barrett and the rest of Avalanche. We've got Aerith trying to outrun the Turks, who's latched onto Cloud for help. We've got Shinra, who tried to defeat Avalanche and failed, and who's probably plotting their next attack as we speak. But it turns out there's actually a 4th plot happening at this point in the timeline that we don't know anything about yet during this game. That's because it all takes place in the up-and-coming Yuffie character DLC episode. In the original Final Fantasy VII, we don't meet Yuffie until we finally escape Midgar. And since she's a secret optional character, she never had a lot of backstory. That's something this DLC aims to rectify. It turns out Yuffie is in Midgar right now, following the events of the Mako Reactor 5 explosion. But Cloud and the gang never cross paths with her as she navigates her own journey through the giant metropolis. I'm really excited to learn more about her origin and see a whole different perspective on Midgar. She's romping around the city somewhere as we speak. Alright, so we're heading into the kids' hideout, and unfortunately this is where the next recording blip happens where I lose a second of footage. I talked about this at the end of the last episode, but basically I ran into some technical difficulties, so my apologies again. Moving forwards, I've learned how to avoid this mishap.
There's a lot of problems we can't fix because we're just kids. And that's where you come in.
There it was just before I talked to Oates. Nothing too serious, thankfully. And here's our destination.
Oh my, is that a Moogle?
You can see me, Kupo? Then you two must be very, very special people. In that case, welcome to the Moogle Emporium. I'm the owner, Moggy.
You must not be familiar with Mog the Moogle. It's a pretty famous fairy tale. Mog wanted to bring happiness to all the Moogles of the forest, so he decided to open a shop of wonders.
That's right, Kupo. I opened a store to bring happiness to the slums, like Mog. And you know, only people with the purest of hearts can even see Moogles.
You talking about me?
Well, Moogle magic isn't perfect, Kupo. Anyway, we've collected all kinds of rare and wondrous goods. They can be yours if you've got enough Moogle medals, but you'll need to buy a membership first.
Alright, the long-awaited Moogle Medal Merchant. Let's spend our very first Moogle Medal to grab our membership. Moogle Membership Card, a member's card for the Moogle Emporium in Sector 5, allows you to trade Moogle medals for items. Nice, now we can finally spend our Moogle medals.
If you find any Moogle medals, you can spend them here, Kupo.
So, Moggy, what do you do with the medals we give you?
Oh, you know what? I use them to make everyone happy. That's the duty of every Moogle.
Of course, just like Mog the Moogle.
And that completes our first side quest of the chapter. Super easy. In a moment, we'll talk to Moggy again to purchase some stuff.
I see you're working hard, Mr. Merc.
Yep.
So what are you gonna do next?
Keep on working hard.
As you always do, I'm sure.
You know, this is how I earn a living.
Huh? Really? I thought you were just doing it for fun.
I suppose some people do.
Hello, I'm some people. Nice to meet you.
By the way, we won't be doing a dedicated listening session for this music disc because we're hearing it for a long time right now.
See anything you like?
Alright, and with a couple exceptions, we're pretty much going to buy out Moggy's entire stock. We got music disc number 20, Gold Saucer, a disc containing a brass band song. We don't need any ethers, but we are going to pick up Aerith's new silver staff weapon, an elegant staff treated with silver, perfect for those proficient in magic. And we got the Whistlewind scarf, a scarf that makes the wearer feel as if the wind is at their back. Enter battle with a slightly filled ATB gauge, so it's kind of like first strike materia, but not quite as powerful. Then we got the Salvation Badge, a distinguished emblem that purportedly lifts all burdens from the wearer's shoulders, increases the effectiveness of healing spells cast on you when HP is 25% or lower. Great for getting your HP back up quickly. We're going to skip over the Graveyard Key for now. Then we got the Art of Swordplay Volume 1, a primer on proper sword technique, increases Cloud's skill points. It's going to give Cloud more SP. Then we got the Sharpshooter's Companion Volume 1, a handbook dedicated to the proper use of firearms, increases Barrett's skill points. So these are a few of the new manuscript collectibles. Way of the Fist Volume 1, a manuscript detailing some of the martial arts' best kept secrets, increases Tifa's skill points. And remember, skill points are how you upgrade your weapons, so these new collectibles are an awesome bonus. Finally, the Telluric Scriptures Volume 1, a collection of writings that discuss the mysteries of the planet, increases Aerith's skill points, so we'll get that as well. That's going to do it for Moggy's shop for now, but we'll be back.
You guys are great! Thanks to you, I've got a ton of medals, Kupo. Which means I can bring happiness to a ton of people.
Good for you.
Hey, Cloud. Maybe say it like you mean it?
Not until I'm happy. Go on, work your magic. Make me smile. From ear to ear.
I'll need a lot more medals, Kupo.
Well, that won't do. Come on, Cloud. Let's go get more.
Good luck, guys!
Nice, so other than the Graveyard Key, we purchased all of the other items that will permanently sell out. And the reason I skipped out on the key is because it's part of one of the side quests that we'll be doing later in the episode. And here's our Moogle membership card in the Key Items tab. Plus a new tab has been added to the inventory for all of the manuscripts. We're going to be getting a lot more where that came from later in the game. We can also take a look at our new music disc. We've got quite a collection growing here so far. There it is, the Gold Saucer. Alright, so some nice new stuff from Moggy, and that wraps up our first side quest of the chapter. Let's take another look at our side quest page, and we can look at the second quest, Kids on Patrol. So that's located just a couple blocks away back at the Leaf House. One of the Leaf House teachers, Miss Folia, is in a bit of a bind. Hear what she has to say. So yeah, not too far, just across town to the Leaf House. And I still have 9 Moogle medals left over, which is fantastic. I didn't want to waste any on purchasing ethers because we've got plenty of those and they're easy to find and steal. We'll be able to use the medals again late game for some even more unique items from Moggy. So it's time to start saving up again, but 9's a great start. And if you weren't aware, the Gold Saucer is basically a massive amusement park slash hotel slash casino. So the disc we just got from Moggy is the theme of the Gold Saucer from the original. Alright, we're out of the hideout and we can head back up to the Leaf House to meet with Miss Folia. We'll also be meeting up with Chadley again in a little bit to bang off that last battle intel report. So we're back at the Leaf House and here's that new NPC, Miss Folia.
Oh. You're that former soldier, aren't you? Cloud, was it?
Former soldier turned problem solver. Are you okay, Miss Folia? You look upset.
Yeah, I am pretty upset. The kids are still off doing patrols, even though it's now time for their lessons. Not a single one of them has come back yet.
Patrols? Is that a Leaf House thing? Something they do to help out?
That's right. In return for the donations we receive, the kids go around town picking up litter, running errands, that kind of thing. I don't suppose you've seen any of them, have you? You see, I have some important plans this evening, and I really need to go and get ready.
Would you like us to go round them up?
That would be wonderful. There are 5 of them out on patrol right now. They all wear homemade swords on their backs, so they should be easy to spot.
Here we go, wrangling up kids again. There's definitely a theme with kids in this chapter. It's kind of like rescuing the cats in chapter 3. Here's the first kid outside the community center.
Wow, you're that soldier, right? Can I ask you a super important question? I heard bad people broke the Mako reactor, and there's gonna be another war because of it. Is that true?
Who knows? But isn't there something else you should be worrying about right now?
I forgot about Miss Folia's lesson! I gotta head back to the house!
That's awesome. Cloud's literally one of those bad people that blew up the reactor that kid is talking about. And here he is helping the townspeople as if nothing happened. Kid 2 is in this pipe.
Cloud?
Hey there, how goes the patrol?
There's a lot more people on the streets than usual. Maybe because the reactor blew up?
Well, you've been keeping a very sharp lookout. But don't you think you're forgetting something important?
Oh, Miss Folia's lessons! I gotta get back to the house!
So it's pretty easy to find all the kids if you just keep moving counterclockwise around the outside of the town, starting from the Leaf House. The next one is in front of the weapons shop. It's also a cute touch how all the kids idolize Cloud now since he saved them in the previous episode, so now they're all sporting wooden replica buster swords. Here's our next kid.
Oh! You scared me!
Hey there, how goes the patrol?
I've been watching them really close. I'm trying to learn all about the business.
You want to open up a shop of your own someday?
Yeah, so I can earn lots of money and use it to help the house. The teachers don't like to talk about it, but we know the donations aren't enough to keep things running. But that's a secret, okay? I'm not supposed to tell anyone. Anyway, I gotta go study.
Alright, so 2 kids left and one of them is extremely close to here in front of the items shop. Finding the kids is easy, but this quest does get more difficult. And here's the 4th kid. Let's hear her sorry ass excuse for skipping class.
Hey there, how goes the patrol?
Great! I've been picking up garbage and giving people directions. Plus, I helped an old lady cross the street.
You've been busy.
It's a normal day for me. Gotta work hard. The house depends on people's donations. Oh no! I'm late! Did you see Miss Folia? Is she mad? Oh, I gotta go! I'm sorry!
Nice, 4 kids down, 1 to go, and the last one is just at the entrance to the Sector 5 Slums town, back out to the road. Oh yeah, and this kid looks like he's trying to become a military sergeant or something.
Hello, Cloud. Sir, it's a real honor to meet you. I think you soldier guys are awesome. I want to be strong and tough when I grow up too.
You sound very determined.
These are dangerous times. A reactor blew up and a bunch of kids lost their friends and families. Who knows what might blow up next?
I guess that means more children might be coming to the house soon.
And I think the teachers are gonna have a whole lot more work to do.
Speaking of teachers, Miss Folia is looking for you.
Oh man, I completely forgot! I have to get back right now!
That's everyone. Let's go back to the house.
It's definitely kind of a funny situation that these kids idolize Cloud and view him as a hero, even though he's one of the enemies that took down the reactor that they're trying to fight against. Thankfully, it seems that none of the townspeople recognize Cloud as an Avalanche member or as one of the culprits that took down the Mako reactors. Let's talk to Miss Folia again now that we've rounded up all the kids.
The children finally came back, thanks to you 2. You've been a great help. Okay, everyone, come inside. It's time to hit the books.
You guys, the Toad King's back. I saw him near the hideout. We gotta do something about him.
The Toad King?
A weird, creepy monster we've seen near the hideout lately.
He wears a crown and walks around like he owns the place. If he's not a king, he's gotta be monster royalty at least. I bet a soldier could beat him up easy.
Oh yeah, real easy. But here's the thing. I don't work for free. Or cheap.
But we don't have any money.
The watch wouldn't ask for money. But if we ask any other grown-ups for help, they'll find out about the hideout, and that'll be it. We really don't want to lose the hideout. Come on, help us. Oh, and we'll give you some cool treasure if you do. And if that's not enough, I'll pay the rest of your fee once I open my shop.
Well, if you won't help, then we'll just have to kill it ourselves.
I'll do it for 3 gil.
Huh?
I'm offering a special discount right now on Toad King jobs. Looks like it's your lucky day.
Awesome! Now that's my kind of bargain. We're all counting on you to save our hideout. If I want to become a successful shopkeeper, I have to study super hard.
After all that hard work. So much for studying.
The Toad King wants to take over our hideout.
Poor Miss Folia, she can't seem to get these kids to study no matter what she does. So Cloud decided to have a heart and help these kids for cheap, which means we've got to go take out the Toad King. Now the Toad King is a special variant of the Hedgehog Pie enemy which we've already encountered a few times. So defeating it will not only complete the second side quest, but it'll also allow us to complete Chadley's last battle intel report, which requires us to defeat several different breeds of a single enemy type. The instructions for the intel report aren't entirely clear, but as long as you've been playing the game thoroughly up to this point and you've defeated at least one of every enemy, you'll be able to complete the intel report after defeating the Toad King. So we've got to go behind the hideout into the scrapyard again where we rescued the children in the last episode. This time, instead of facing Smoggers, we've got to take out the Toad King, who's quite a bit more formidable without the right strategy. Before we go any further, let's take a moment to get our team optimized. First things first, we accrued some new SP points from the manuscripts we bought off of Moggy, so let's get those upgrades going. We'll start with Cloud's Buster Sword since we're still going to be rolling with that for now. And we unlocked the 3rd subcore, which means we have access to some new upgrades. We've got attack power, magic attack power, defense, magic defense, max HP, and a new materia slot. And that attack power plus 16 is looking too good to pass up right now. Plus the new materia slot unfortunately only links 2 previously existing slots. It doesn't actually give us a 4th slot. And we've got Aerith's new silver staff to upgrade, so there's a lot of SP to spend here. It's only got 2 cores to start out with, so that simplifies things. In the first core, we've got magic attack power, max HP, max MP, and a new materia slot. We're definitely going to grab the new materia slot, and we're definitely going to get magic attack power up as well. I think I'll increase her MP while we're at it too. That's going to be important. And yeah, we'll also grab that magic attack power plus 10. This silver staff has an incredibly powerful magic attack and we're only strengthening it. And in her first subcore, we've got all the different elemental damage boost buffs, fire, ice, lightning, wind, but we're not interested in any of those right now. So we're going to save her SP for the next subcore and some better upgrades. So we can go ahead and get her equipped with the silver staff, enhancing her black mage build even more. And we'll just confirm our new accessories in the inventory. We've got the salvation badge and the whistlewind scarf. Now we can change up our materia. So I gave Cloud first strike, deadly dodge, provoke, revival, lightning, fire, ATB boost, steel, ice, magic up, first strike, go to Aerith. Since Cloud has the low level first strike, we're going to equip him with the whistlewind scarf as well, giving him a full ATB bar at the start of battle. We'll switch Assess to his X command, and for Aerith we want to apply her new weapon ability, Sorceress Storm, to her triangle command. Plus we'll give her steel in the X slot. Here's our first battle. Rush in with a triple slash from Cloud. I'm doing some tests to see if applying damage to an enemy increases the steel rate. I don't think it does, but it's worth confirming one way or the other. Keep Cloud out of the way at all costs. Aerith's going to do an ATB boost, steel, and we didn't get anything there, so we'll finish off the Hedgehog Pie and keep moving. I used a Sorceress Storm to increase proficiency. Here's our second fight right away. We've got a couple Hedgehog Pies. We're going to start again with Cloud's triple slash. Damage them for another steel attempt, ATB boost with Aerith, and we'll try again. I keep switching to Cloud to get him out of the way so he doesn't kill the Hedgehog Pies prematurely. Nice, and we successfully stole an ether from a Hedgehog Pie. Now we can finish them off with Sorcerer's Storm. Keep building that proficiency.
Glad that's over.
A couple boxes up the ramp, nothing in them, so we'll keep moving towards the Toad King. Nice, and we finally stole an ether off a Hedgehog Pie, so that brings our successful steel count up to 2. Maybe lowering the enemy's health does help. We'll run some more tests throughout the episode. Now I can mark it down. We've stolen from a were rat and a Hedgehog Pie. Here's another Hedgehog Hedgehog, and we'll do the same method, triple slash with Cloud, switching over to Aerith. We'll do the ATB boost, keep Cloud away like I was saying before, otherwise the AI will kill it. Switch back to Aerith and perform another steal. Dang, no luck. Maybe lowering its health doesn't help after all. I guess it's not like Pokemon. Oops, I meant to Sorceress Storm there, but Blizzaro works too. Next battle, triple slash with Cloud, over to Aerith. ATB boost, steal. As always, don't let Cloud take these guys out prematurely. Dang, no luck on the steal again. We'll get Aerith over there to perform another Sorceress Storm so we can add more proficiency to her weapon ability. Some more boxes up here. Ooh, sick, a Moogle medal. And if this feels like deja vu, it's because we took this exact same route in the previous episode. Time for a quick optimization. We're going to make Aerith the leader again. We can get rid of the steal materia, and we need to get assess on Cloud, so let's just sub in steal for assess. Sub in, sub out, you know what I mean. Alright, and here comes the Toad King down the ladder. He's flanked by two hardier than normal Hedgehog Pies, so we'll have to deal with them as well. The king will cast support spells on the others to buff them up, making it even trickier, so we gotta take them out as quickly as possible. I targeted both cronies with the Blizzara after using Aerith's ATB boost. With Cloud, I finished them off, leaving the now sad and defenseless Toad King to fend for himself. He's still got some tricks up his sleeve if we don't take him out quick though. He doesn't have any stealable items, so we don't have to worry about that, but we just ran an assessment. And now that he's pressured, we just want to get him staggered for the big finish, so there's a focused thrust to add more pressure to the meter. Keep chasing after him with Cloud. We'll do a Punisher combo followed by a Braver for more damage and pressure. He's trying to cast slow on us, but the Braver should cancel that out. And Aerith needs to cast Blizzara just before he gets staggered because his stagger meter depletes really quickly. And if he's staggered when the brunt of the blast hits, that'll mess him up huge. Alright, mission complete and we can return to the Leaf House. Let's take advantage of the side quest fast travel prompts. Let's give the kids the good news.
Did you defeat the Toad King?
Yep. Kicked his butt real good.
Awesome! I knew you could do it! Now we don't have to worry about the king and his smelly friends.
Thank you so much! Here, this is for you. The treasure we promised. It's definitely worth at least 3 gil.
Okay, kids. Playtime's over for now. I've prepared a special assignment for everyone. One that I expect you to finish today. Understood?
Yes! Yes, Miss Folia!
I appreciate you getting rid of the Toad King, by the way.
Wow, Miss Folia, you must know all their secrets.
Oh, if only. Easier said than done. They're always on the move, looking for new adventures, chasing new dreams. All while trying to make the lives of everyone around them just a little bit better. I try to make sure they don't stumble and fall, and when they finally do, I help them back up.
Sounds exhausting.
Sometimes it is. But I want the children to know that until they can stand on their own 2 feet, that I'm here to support them, care for them, love them. That even if we're not actually related, we're still a family. A real family, in all the ways that matter. If I can do that for them, then, well, then maybe I'm making this world a better place.
I know you are.
My predecessor taught me everything I know. I just took up his torch and ran with it, I guess. Not that I'm anything close to what he was. Biggs is one of a kind. Oh no! I've completely lost track of time!
Do you have somewhere you need to be?
More like a dream I need to fulfill. Thank you again for your help.
I wonder what kind of dream she's chasing tonight.
No idea.
Thanks again for saving our hideout from the king. In return, I let everyone know you guys can join the game as special guests. If you want to know more, then come to the hideout.
Alright, sweet, that's another quest done, and this kid just gave us a tip-off for one of the next ones. Kids on patrol, completed. Excellent. And we got Cloud's new nailbat weapon as a reward. Let's check our quest log, and we can see that we've already unlocked the 4th quest, but we're going to tackle number 3 first, Weapons on a Rampage. So that's just on the outskirts of town. A frightened man is seeking help on Station Way. Hear what he has to say. So we'll head up there soon, but first I want to check out the new enemy intel on the Toad King. Strangely enough, the kids call him the Toad King, but I guess his technical name is the Hedgehog Pie King. The leader of the Hedgehog Pie pack, this self-styled king wears a toy crown it picked up in the slums. It attacks by charging into foes with the spines on its back and by casting spells. Inflicting a certain amount of damage makes it susceptible to staggering. It enhances either itself or its comrades during battle, so target whoever is not currently affected by its powers. It's weak against ice like most monsters, and we've already assessed, staggered, and exploited its weakness. And I guess this guy is the biggest and nastiest of all of the hedgehog pies, and I like that he's wearing a crown, that's pretty cool. And with his defeat, we've also completed Chadley's last battle intel report for now, so we can go visit him momentarily to grab our reward. We've got a bunch more SP to spend. I want to upgrade Cloud's new weapon, the Nail Bat. This is a weird weapon because it has a high luck statistic and it excels at critical hits. We've got 3 cores, and in the first one there's 2 HP buffs, a luck buff, critical hit rate boost, and critical hit damage boost. Let's apply both critical hit buffs and we can use this weapon the way it was intended to exploit the crit build. And in our first subcore, we've got attack damage boost, critical hit 50% boost with low HP, and 3 new materia slots. We want to grab up all these materia slots because one of the drawbacks of the Nail Bat is that it doesn't come standard with any materia slots. And over in the second core, we've got max HP, debuff resistance, physical defense and magic defense with low HP, crippling damage 10% boost, and weapon ability critical hit rate 10% boost. That last one is nuts because it increases the critical hit rate of special weapon abilities like Braver and Triple Slash, plus the new Nail Bat ability, Disorder. Moving over to Aerith, she unlocked her second subcore on the Silver Staff and got some more SP, so let's upgrade. This core gives us the ability to push Aerith's magic attack to disgusting levels. Check it out. 2 magic attack power increases, MP regeneration increase, magic 20% boost with full MP, and inflicted debuff duration. We're going to avoid the support upgrades for now and go right for the good stuff. Double magic attack power increase, and magic 20% boost at full MP. That's absolutely nuts, but it does cost a lot of ethers for it to be effective. But if we go into battle with full MP and a first strike materia, we can pretty much clap anything at this point. So let's equip Cloud's new Nail Bat, a crudely reinforced baseball bat designed to beat the living tar out of anything and everything. And it's a really nice surprise to see the Nail Bat back from the original. It's one of those things I wasn't sure if they were going to include. Alright, so we can start making our way over to the third side quest, but we're going to pay Chadley a visit on the way. And it feels nice to have all of the battle intel reports completed so far. Here's our boy right here.
I have to tell you that I'm grateful for all of your help thus far.
Battle Intel 9 Monster Variants Part 1, research complete.
I've done it. I've developed a new materia.
So we can grab the new Synergy materia off of Chadley. Allows an ally to follow the leader's attack command with an attack from linked materia. Works with fire, ice, lightning, wind, and poison materia.
I look forward to receiving all of your future battle intel submissions.
Alright, perfect. So that's done, and we can head to the outskirts of town, to the road leading back to the train station, and we can talk to the frightened man for our third quest.
Shinra weapons are on the rampage. 5 of them, like floating eyeballs. I saw them wander off into the scrap, but if they come back into town, it'd be a disaster. We need someone who's willing and able to fight.
Sure hope not. I'll handle it.
You will? Oh man, you're the best! I could hear them shouting intruder detected or some other nonsense when they floated off. Be careful, they look dangerous.
Alright, so this is basically just a monster hunt. I guess a lot of these quests are, really. Okay, and before I forget, let's look at our battle intel for the latest report, Monster Variants Part 1. Many monsters have subspecies, and much can be gleaned from the morphological disparities between each. They may even help to shed light on the development of interlocking materia. More data required to test theory. Defeat monsters of 3 unique varieties. Complete. Alright, and back to the third quest, Weapons on a Rampage. We're gonna make a return to Nuts and Bolts Hill, where we evaded the Turks back in day 1 of Chapter 8. Nice, a Moogle medal and a couple potions. And the enemies that we're hunting down for the frightened man are pretty annoying, I'm not gonna lie. They're variations on monodrives. They're called Mark II monodrives. They've got a sizable amount of health, they move quickly, and they constantly change their immunities and their barriers. Cool, a potion and an antidote. So in order to fight the Mark II monodrives efficiently, we're gonna have to change up our strategy depending on what they're immune to at any given moment. And we can get a quick look at them up here. Weird, it seems to be trying to run away, but the frightened man says they're dangerous, so we better chase after it. So we'll take the shortcut up the ladder and through the gate here, and we can now head to the dead end from Chapter 8 Day 1 to face the Mark II monodrives. So yeah, these guys are challenging, and to make matters worse, we're gonna have to steal from one, which is quite a task, and staggering them is very difficult. There's 5 of them in total, split up into 2 groups. We've got 3 down here. We should be okay. I've got my game plan in mind. I'm just gonna pause for a sec and get our characters optimized for this thing. I'm going to focus on stealing from them and staggering them in this first battle, so let's switch up our materia. Just pause if you want to see the details, but the most important element here is that Cloud has Steel and Luck up, and Aerith has Wind since the monodrives are weak to it. In the shortcuts, we want Cloud to have his new Disorder ability and Steel, and we'll make sure Aerith has Aurora on a quick command. Now the first thing we need to do is get one staggered because it's really hard, and later in the fight it might be too late. This doesn't always work, but you can often get them pressured with the last hits from Aerith's staff attacks. We can then use Blizzara to add more to the pressure meter and switch over to Cloud for a focused thrust to add even more. It's important to keep Aerith from attacking it now because she could kill it before it gets staggered. We can pressure it again with another melee combo at this point and follow that up with a focused thrust to get the stagger finally. I may have made that look pretty easy, but trust me, it took a lot of trial and error to work out that method. So that's one down, and we're going to take the second one out right away with a powerful Wind Aurora spell from Aerith. I targeted that particular monodrive because it had its silver physical barrier up. We'll wait for the last one to come out of hiding, and this one has a green mana ward barrier around it, protecting it from magic attacks. That's alright because we don't want to kill it yet anyways, we need to get the steal first. I used Cloud's ATB boost and attempted to steal twice unsuccessfully, even with the luck up materia and the nail bat equipped. FYI, the Chocobo and Moogle summon materia increases your luck statistic as well, but I didn't get that yet due to the whole Discovery Quest fiasco. Go back and watch my Chapter 6 episode if you're curious about what I'm talking about. Another failed steal attempt, and it's changing its barrier so magic will work now, but I don't want to kill it yet so we didn't use wind. I still need to get that damn steal before we can finish the fight. Ooh, speak of the devil. Turbo Ethers are nice too, that's a great steal. Let's move in and kill it with Sorceress Storm. Ah, it changed to its magic defenses at the last second, damn it. Okay, we'll chase it down with Cloud and we'll just finish it off with Disorder. Nice, we increased our weapon ability proficiency, plus we got a stagger and we even got a steal. All things considered, that was a really excellent fight. There's so many things that can go wrong in that fight, and that was the hard part. Now we've only got 2 left, and we've already staggered it, exploited its weakness, and stolen from it. We got a group of Gorgers up ahead. Cloud's gonna rush in with the steal. Nice, we got it. We'll switch over to Aerith and we'll use a Sorceress Storm to take them all out. Good thing too, they were feasting on Cloud. And I got Aerith's new weapon ability unlocked permanently. Man, the power of double first strike is amazing, one on each character. It unlocks so many things that you can just do right at the start of battle. We're going to top up Aerith's MP with an Ether because if you remember, I just did the upgrade that allows her to have an even more powerful magic attack with full MP. I'm also going to reassign Assess to Cloud's quick command and reapply it to his materia slot as well. We didn't assess the Mark II monodrive yet, so that's coming up in the next fight. Additionally, I made Aerith the leader again. So we've got to push these crates out of the way one more time and then follow the path to the lower scrapyard to face the last 2 Mark II monodrives. And let's see, after the last 2 battles, I've now stolen from 4 enemies so far. Like I was saying before, the game doesn't actually track that statistic, so I think I might make my own steal chart, and then we can fill it in as we progress through the game. Alright, so here's our last fight down here. Leading off with Aerith, we want to use Aurora on one of these guys, but we want to make sure they don't put their magic barrier up. Okay, this guy's a good candidate because he used his physical barrier, and that did massive damage, so now we can just finish him off with Cloud. And looking over at the last Mark II monodrive, he's got his magic barrier up, so we're going to have to attack him physically. We did the assessment, so that's taken care of. We'll do an ATB boost. Now we're just going to do a bunch of disorder attacks because we still need to get the weapon ability for the nail bat. Nice, and a full follow through on the disorder home run swing. Keep chasing him around. As soon as he changes back to his physical barrier, then we can strike with Aerith's magic. We're getting more proficiency with each disorder attack, and he's on the run again, and this is exactly why these guys are such a pain in the ass. Darting around, putting up different barrier types. Definitely one of the more annoying enemies that we've faced so far, but we're almost through. We'll do another disorder into the Punisher combo, and Cloud swung right through that pitch. What was he thinking on that one? Better get these boxes before the battle ends, otherwise we won't have a chance. Nice, and we just maxed out proficiency for the disorder ability as well. Hopefully this monodrive will change its barrier already for us. Bad RNG. Nice, I think it just did actually. Okay, any spell with Aerith should kill it at this point, but we'll do an Aurora for the win. Alright, I'm glad that's over with. That's definitely the most annoying part of the chapter, and we can warp back to the scared man.
I heard! You got them all, right? Robots from the reactor getting lost in the slums. Must be because of the explosion up top, huh? They must have thought they were protecting the reactor and figured I was trespassing on their turf or something.
Maybe.
Almost feel sorry for him, getting all lost and confused like that. Oh, what am I saying? Man or machine? Shinra bitches get what they deserve.
Now hold on.
Anyway, I think it's safe to say our work here is finished. If you're ever in the market for a merc again, remember, you can count on Cloud.
Sure. And sorry about putting this on you all of a sudden. I'm really glad you were willing to help out, though. Thanks again. Actually, while you're here, I've got another favor to ask. There's this old guy who hangs out in front of the weapons shop. I think he might need your help. Would you mind talking to him?
Alright, weapons on a rampage complete, and the scared man gave us a tip-off on another side quest, plus a pair of protective boots as a reward.
It feels good to help people out, doesn't it? You having fun yet?
Heaps.
Then you can't be afraid to show it more. Don't forget, it's all about service and salesmanship.
I'll leave that to you.
Alright, but don't think you can rely on me forever, mister.
Wasn't planning to.
That's good. Because I command a very good salary.
Nice, 3 quests down, 3 more to go, and I love how the lighting levels changed in Midgar to reflect that it's later in the day now. We gotta make some equipment changes. I know I just got the nail bat, but the iron blade is gonna be better for the next quest. We can look at the protective boots. Boots developed for soldiers fighting in rugged terrain. The boots make you immune to slow and stop debuffs, so it's pretty good. Let's also take a look at the new enemy intel for the Mark II monodrive. A modified version of the monodrive. Not only did these creations survive the Mako Reactor 5 explosion, the Mako spill caused them to grow in both size and strength. They are resistant to physical attacks until pelted with magic. They're weak against wind, which we exploited, and you can steal a turbo ether from them, which we got as well. These guys did give me a bit of trouble, but I filled out almost the entire battle log against them, so encountering them in the future should be a lot easier. We can just focus on taking them out, and we won't have to steal or stagger. Nice, and with that, I think we can move on to quest number 4. Let's take a look at it in the quest log. So this one's called A Verified Hero, and the kid with the baseball bat told us to go to the kid's hideout to find out more. The members of the hideout have given Cloud special permission to participate in an unknown game. Play along. Alright, cool, so it's back to the kid's hideout, and this quest is a little bit different. It's a mini game, so it's pretty sweet. I've been practicing, so we're gonna see if we can get a perfect score. As a side note, I feel like gaining access to the kid's hideout is kind of like a metaphor for reliving your childhood through the FF7 remake. The main target demographic for this game is young adults who played the original as kids. So this is giving us permission to be kids again. I like it. Let's talk to Oates.
Now that things are starting to settle down a bit, we can finally play Whack-A-Box again. It's all thanks to you. Oh yeah, I forgot. There's this tired-looking guy out by the community center, and I heard he was looking for some help.
Perfect, so talking to Oates just unlocked our last missing side quest, and now we can go play the Whack-A-Box minigame. We just gotta talk to this Sarah girl.
Oh, hey, Cloud. You're just in time for our favorite game, Whack-A-Box. You want in? It's super fun. The rules are easy. The person who whacks the most boxes is crowned champion of the hideout. We usually don't let adults play, but since you're cool, we're gonna make a special exception just for you.
Alright, it looks like I'm gonna become champion of the hideout. And there's some really great prizes, including an elixir, a Crescent moon charm, and a Spectral Cogwheel. We can get all 3 this time with a perfect score plus the Moogle Medal consolation prize. Whack-A-Box, the basic rules. Destroy as many boxes as possible within the time limit. Each box will add to your score, and once the timer reaches 0, the game is over. Reach the target score to win. The durability, effects, and score differ with each type of box. I'm not gonna worry about the rest of the instructions. It's all pretty straightforward, and we'll discuss it as we go along. So here's Whack-A-Box. So in theory, this minigame is pretty simple. We just have to break enough boxes and score a high enough score to unlock all the rewards. But if you've been following along with this series, you know how much of a completionist and perfectionist I can be when it comes to this game. So of course we have to take this minigame to the next level and score a perfect score. And whenever you're faced with a giant block like that that's worth 1500 points, the best technique is to use a triple slash. In fact, that's why I equipped the Iron Blade, because its native ability is the triple slash technique. For the duration of the game, you won't have access to all of your abilities, just the one specific to the weapon you have equipped. I saved those little boxes in order to build a little bit more ATB, and I'm just checking to make sure that there's no more because we're going to be moving on from this area. We'll do a triple slash on the big box, then we'll have to use some Punisher combos to finish it off. If you have 2 ATB charges, you can just do a double triple slash and that'll take it out really quick. And we just met our first target score of 10,000 points for the elixir reward. And it's pretty obvious, but I might as well discuss it anyways. The small yellow boxes are worth 50 points, the slightly larger blue boxes are worth 100, and the mega blue boxes are worth 1500. So we just used a double triple slash to great effect to take out those 2 mega blue boxes. We don't have any more ATB right now, so we'll just hammer away at this one. Additionally, there are some rare red boxes with clocks on them. When you break these, they'll add 10 seconds to the clock, so they're pretty essential for getting a high score and getting a perfect score if you really want to go for that. We just met our next target score of 20,000 points to unlock the second tier reward, the Crescent moon charm. Also make sure you have Deadly Dodge equipped because you can use it to move from block cluster to block cluster really quickly and effectively. We'll use a couple triple slashes on these big boxes here. And the other advantage with Deadly Dodge is that your combos will prevent the boxes from spraying too far away from Cloud. The more box spray we experience, the more time gets lost going after stragglers. And we just met our third tier reward with the final target score of 30,000 points. That's going to get us the Spectral Cogwheel, and also not to mention the Consolation Moogle Medal that we received just for playing. So that's all the rewards out of the way. Now we just want to hit the perfect score of 48,850. Another pro tip, I know it's always tempting to go after the nearest boxes to you, but if you have full ATB charges, it's best to go after the big boxes and use your triple slashes. You can always retrace your steps for the small boxes that you missed, and then use that ATB to break even more larger boxes later. Well, that was a bit of a sloppy combo, but not to worry, we've still got lots of time left and we're nearing the end. I shouldn't need any more ATB after this, so we can go for these guys first and then triple slash the big box. So yeah, Kilson's top whack-a-box tips: equip and use deadly dodge often, equip the iron blade and use triple slash on the large boxes, be smart with your ATB and always focus on the large boxes when you have 2 charges, and combo boxes to keep them close to you. So I've still got lots of time left on the clock, but it looks like I missed 100 points somewhere, so we're gonna have to go back to the beginning and hopefully I can find it. Oh, here it is right here, nice. Perfect score with 10 seconds to spare, I like it. I remember when I couldn't even score 20,000 points in my first few attempts. This time I had so much time left over I could make it all the way back to the beginning of the course. Alright, sweet, time's up, and we got our perfect score plus all of the rewards. It's kind of a weird score, 48,850. Like, why didn't they just make it 50,000? Oh yeah, and we get a trophy for this one too.
Wow, Cloud! I've never seen anyone do that before!
Yeah, I know, I'm pretty amazing.
See? Pretty fun, right? Play with us again, Kay?
Brrrr. I love watching all those rewards roll in and the quest completion. And there's our Crate Annihilator trophy. I decided to turn notifications back on so that we could see the trophy notification along with all of the other reward pop-ups. This actually backfired on me because we're going to see another random notification pop up in a couple minutes, and that reminded me of why I turned them off in the first place. Alright, nice. Our 4th quest is complete, and now we can take a look at quest number 5. This is the Angel of the Slums, which we just unlocked by talking to Oates again before playing Whack-a-Box. This one's right outside the community center. A man in front of the community center is in need of some assistance. Talk with him. Excellent, so we're making great progress through the chapter side quests. Just a couple more to go, and I'm also happy I was able to get a perfect score on Whack-a-Box. I don't know if it's possible, but I'm going to do my best to get a perfect score on every minigame throughout the whole game. So far we're perfect on darts, Whack-a-Box, and the lever timing challenge at the end of Make a Reactor 5 in chapter 7. I'm trying to remember if there's been any other minigames, but I think that's it so far. Okay, out of the kids' hideout, and we'll head back up to the community center for quest number 5. And if the audio sounds a little bit weird right now, it's because I accidentally left my mic on while I was recording gameplay footage. So yeah, unfortunately we have faced our share of technical mishaps in this chapter, but thankfully nothing too serious, and it's been a learning experience. Here we are.
You wouldn't happen to be a certain merc that's become the talk of the town?
Yep.
I'm Damon. Little more than a humble reporter with the Daily Buzz.
That rag? The one that's always printing awful rumors about the slums?
On the contrary, my dear. We strive to raise awareness of the plight of our undercity brethren. We seek a better future for everyone, rich and poor. Now then, my friends, I find myself in need of your exceptional services for a trifling matter. Are you familiar with the mysterious and notorious bandit known as the Angel of the Slums? She delivers written declarations to her victims, usually Shinra associates, before divesting them of their valuables.
Everyone knows her. Everything she steals, she gives to the poor and needy.
Yes, she's got a knack for public relations. Very popular down here as a result. Nevertheless, she is a criminal and a threat to the public order. I've made it my mission to unmask the villain, but the locals have been uncooperative and uncommunicative, to put it mildly. And now that my identity as a reporter has been exposed, my sources have all deserted me. Which brings me to you, the merc of the hour, and the man who will serve up my scoop.
Alright, so the reporter Damon has asked us to find information on the Angel of the Slums. Let's start our investigation in the community center.
What's that? The guardian angel of the slums? Come to think of it, a reporter came sniffing around asking about her. You his man? Huh. Even if I knew something, I wouldn't tell you. To folks around here, the angel is a hero. I ain't selling her out to Shinra.
Nice, I like that guy. He's loyal. This guardian angel of the slums sounds kind of like Robin Hood. Maybe this guy knows something.
What? Do I know the guardian angel of the slums? Well, I don't know much, but I do know she doesn't steal from the poor, and she doesn't kill anyone either. Far as I'm concerned, that's all I need to know. If that's not enough for you, the one you ought to talk to is Murray. Ask anyone, and they'll tell you she knows everything about everyone around here.
Alright, great. So we have a lead. Murray is in the community center, right here on the right, but we're going to talk to these ladies at the window first.
Why, hello! What is it? The guardian angel of the slums? Such a mysterious figure. Always talked about, but never seen by anyone.
The angel gets in and out without being noticed and always leaves a calling card. Maybe a magician.
No, it's no magic trick. It's genuine magic. Rumor has it that the angel is a witch.
If we're going by rumors, then I've heard that it's actually a monster in disguise.
Well, I could talk all day about the dozens of stories I've heard.
Just wanted to hear their gossip. Okay, we can talk to Murray over here by the door now.
Good to see you again, Murray.
Good to see you too, Aerith. I'd heard you found yourself a funny new friend.
Cloud, meet Mireille. She knows everything there is to know about the slums. Mireille, meet Cloud. He's a former soldier and super strong.
He looks useful enough. The kids have been talking about you. The defender of the secret hideout. And now the hero of the Leaf House is helping the Daily Buzz look for the angel of the slums.
I am?
I'm a lover of the whispered word. Not that it's any real secret, considering how chatty that Shinra mutt's been.
Not looking into it for the reporter. I'm doing it for myself. Call it curiosity or whatever.
Or could it be you've fallen under the angel's spell like so many others? Anyway, it so happens that I have some information for you. But I'll need a moment before I can give it to you. Why don't you wait with that reporter of yours?
Cool, so it looks like Mireille is going to help us out. This is a bit of a strange quest because Cloud certainly wouldn't want to help Shinra or the media, but I guess he's just curious, as he said, and we still have some time to kill anyways.
So, any news?
Have you tried talking to Mireille at all? She told us that she had some information to share.
Mireille, as in the Mireille? The town gossip? I chased her for days begging for info, but she wouldn't give up a single scrap. So how'd you get the old bird to talk?
This old bird had a change of heart, that's all.
Then quickly, before you have another, tell us, what do you know about the notorious angel of the slums? Has she struck again? Is that it?
I don't know anything about that, but I do know where her hideout is.
Her base of operations? Now that's a scoop! Where is it? Tell me!
Deep in the scrap, at Lookout Point. Hardly anyone goes out there these days. It's the perfect place for a criminal to hole up.
Lookout Point. Got it! I'll check it out right now.
But before you go, I should warn you about this rumor I heard. About a terrible fiend that's claimed the angel's hideout as its lair. Oh! Quite large, lots of teeth, always hungry. I don't know about you, but I'd not go anywhere near that thing.
Oh, well, well, a good reporter knows never to take foolish risks. Plan first, then act. That's every respectable journalist motto.
If it's a plan you're looking for, I'd say you have one right here. Wouldn't you?
So, my good mercenary, if I might impose upon you again, it would be lovely if you investigated Lookout Point for me.
Man, this Damon guy is a real dweeb. Alright, let's go. We're going to head to a new area on Nuts and Bolts Hill that we haven't been to yet. So if we look on the map, it's in the top right of the Sector 5 slums, and I guess more specifically this location is called Steel Mountain. So we've got a bit of a trek to get up there, but there aren't too many obstacles in our way. And in the battle coming up, we're going to get a chance to showcase the new Synergy materia. It's not a materia that you want to use all the time, but in the right situations, it can be absolutely devastating. Between Synergy and Aerith's Arcane Ward, we're going to have the ability to chain cast multiple magical spells. Essentially, whoever has Synergy equipped will cast a spell when another party member casts a spell, provided they have the MP and the ATB to do so. This means we can set up crazy chain reactions of spells, and if we know the enemy's weakness, we can exploit it tenfold. So we're heading back into Nuts and Bolts Hill, a couple boxes, nothing of value there. So the upcoming enemy is a variation on a Smogger. It's called a Crowmogger, and it's gigantic. It's crazy strong, but it's slow and it's weak to lightning, so we can use that to our advantage. We're going to give Synergy and a second lightning materia to Cloud. That way, once Aerith casts Arcane Ward and double Thundara, Cloud will follow up with a Thunder spell of his own. And if both characters have 2 ATB charges, then we can just keep the Thunder and Lightning raining down. It's going to be nuts. And of course, Aerith's first bolt is going to be overcharged because of the full MP enhancement we got from upgrading her weapon. That staircase on the left goes to a secret area that we can't access until later in the game. We'll do a hard right and grab these boxes while we're over here. Nice, an Echo Mist. Not that I'll need it. Okay, and we're getting closer to the Crowmogger, so maybe I'll take a moment to stop and get ready for the fight. Let's get Cloud re-equipped with his new Nailbat weapon. The Iron Blade did us well for the Whack-A-Box minigame. It's cool, we actually got to take advantage of all 3 of Cloud's weapons so far in this episode. Alright, and let's set up our materia. Go ahead and pause if you want to see what I've equipped. Some stuff is on there just to level up, and you can see the blue synergy materia linked with Lightning and Cloud's armor slot. You can tell they're linked properly when they have a white border around them. And it dawned on me that Cloud should keep his iron blade to enhance his lightning attack for this battle. And let's check the new Spectral Cogwheel, a mystical cog capable of converting ethereal energy into power. Consuming MP fills the limit gauge. So that's a pretty sweet accessory, but we won't really be able to take advantage of it in this battle. We've still got some SP for the iron blade, so let's get this upgraded, and we've unlocked a new subcore as well. So we can take a look at our new potential upgrades. We've got attack power plus 12, 2 magic attack powers plus 8, defense plus 8, trade-off, and a new materia slot. New materia slots are always important, and trade-off is pretty interesting in that the more damage you take, the more MP you'll recover. But for this last one-off battle with the iron blade, we're looking to exploit our magic attack power, so that's the upgrade I made. I'm also going to employ the Orb of Gravity item in this fight, so let's switch that to Cloud's quick command. And for Aerith, we'll get her arcane ward back in the lineup, as well as soul drain, and we're definitely going to need Thundara. Alright, let's move out. Now before we encounter the Chromauger, we've got a group of monsters up here, 2 Gorgers and a Hedgehog Pie. Just use Aerith's Sorceress Storm to take them all out quick. And Cloud cast a useless Thunder as per the synergy materia. We're quickly going to make Cloud the leader now, and we're also going to switch their first strikes so that Cloud has the souped up one. We want him to have lots of ATB, and since Sorceress Storm doesn't cost any MP, Aerith still has her full MP power up ready to go. So we'll climb the ladder to an area we haven't yet visited, and we're about to be face to face with the Chromauger. It's a tough battle, but we know the game plan, so let's fuck him up. First we'll dart in and out with Cloud and fill up both ATB gauges. We're going to use the Orb of Gravity, which will take a sizable chunk of his HP. I'm trying to bait an attack so the Orb of Gravity will have a chance to land during his attack cooldown. Run an assessment and switch to Aerith. I also never mentioned this before, but I love how the battle music in this area is a hyper version of Underneath the Rotting Pizza, with augmented chords instead of minor chords. So we're completely filling Aerith's ATB, deking around the smog which causes silence. I cast Arcane Ward on Cloud because the Chromauger is aggroing Aerith right now. This way the ward will be far enough away that we should be able to land our Chain Lightning. Dodge that Wrecking Ball attack, that thing is lethal. Now our goal is to get both our characters' ATB meters maxed, so with Cloud we're going to use ATB boost. With Aerith we're just going to use some staff attacks to fill up her charges. Do not get stunned by the blue electric smog, that will ruin our whole setup. Lock in on the Iron Sphere, get our characters in the ward, and unleash Thunderbolt after Thunderbolt. Staggered in one fell swoop from a ridiculous combo, not to mention all the damage. Let's fill up one more ATB gauge with Aerith, and then put this sorry ass bitch out of his misery. Double Thundara for the win.
Another.
Get wrecked, bruh.
Okay then. Guess we should look around.
Important pro tip, make sure you lock onto his Wrecking Ball for extra pressure. And let's check the Chromauger enemy intel. An autonomous robot discarded by Shinra. As part of its self-repair protocol, it used nearby scrap material to repair its body. It knocks down foes by swinging its arm with a Wrecking Ball attached. Normally attacks do not affect its stagger gauge, but inflicting a certain amount of physical damage does make it susceptible to staggering. There's nothing to steal from it, it's weak against lightning, and we filled out most of the battle log except for the limit break. That thing's scary AF, man. It's freaking huge, it's got a Wrecking Ball attached to it, it spews out poisonous smog, and it's intelligent and knows how to repair itself. And let's investigate for signs of the Guardian Angel of the Slums. Here's our next key item, and we're just about finished with Quest 5.
The Guardian Angel of the Slums will collect your offering on behalf of the poor.
This must be one of her calling cards.
I don't see anything else interesting. Let's head back and tell him what we found.
Perfect, so let's take the fast travel option, and we can go report to Damon and Murray. And we're back at the community center. Let's take a quick moment to investigate our new key item, the Guardian Angel's calling cards. A bundle of calling cards belonging to the Guardian Angel. On one is written, the Guardian Angel of the Slums will collect your offering on behalf of the poor, but the rest are blank. And we've got a pretty decent collection of key items growing as well. Alright, we can talk to these guys to finish up the quest.
I can't believe it! You found one of her calling cards! This is the genuine article, I'm sure of it. Penned by the angel herself!
So this is one of her famous warnings.
It's an incredible find! Oh, was that all?
Hold on. Looks like there's something else. A message. To the nosy Shinra reporter sniffing around, I was planning to teach you a lesson you would never forget. However, by the grace of your mercenary friend, you were spared that lesson. But next time he might not be around to save you. You would be wise to watch your step.
Not just a message from the angel, a warning.
If the Merc here hadn't bailed you out, that fiend in the scrap would have ripped you to shreds. Sorry about that, friend. Here I was, just trying to help you out. But instead, my kindness almost got you violently killed.
Now. No harm, no foul, right?
In any case, I hope this narrowly averted tragedy won't discourage you from sharing information with me in the future.
Hey, everybody! The Angel left another calling card! She's gonna rip off Don Corneo!
It's about damn time!
Don Corneo's no easy mark. I can't wait to see how this goes down.
Excuse me, I'm a reporter for the Daily Buzz and...
So much for my reward.
Here, why don't you take this? Oh, and no need to thank me. Let's just say it slipped out of that reporter's bucket. Can't call it theft if you're just claiming what you're owed. Am I right? Well done, Mr. Merc. You certainly lived up to your reputation. Now, what could our angel want from a man like Don Corneo, of all his many goodies? Or maybe she wants his whole fortune. You know, there's a rumor that the Angel of the Slums is as radiant and beautiful as she is daring. Personally, I think that one's true.
Alright, mission complete, and we got 2 G's out of it. Let's check our last quest, Paying Respects. We'll have to head east back near the weapons shop. The man Cloud helped thinks the merc may have what it takes to assist a guy he knows. Meet with a glum-looking old man outside the weapons shop. So yeah, that was the scared man from the 3rd quest that tipped us off on this one. So we can make our way to the weapons shop and get prepared for the final quest. We are going to do 90% of quest 6 today, but I'm going to save the ending of it for the final episode of the chapter. This episode is already running a little bit long, and there's a decent place to stop for the day towards the end of quest 6. And here's the man we're looking for outside the weapon shop.
Oh, I know you. You must be that mercenary. I have a problem. It's the anniversary of my wife's death, and I wanted to visit her grave. But I can't because some creatures have turned the graveyard into their nest. Could you do me a favor and go there in my stead? She shouldn't be alone today.
It'll cost you.
That's fine, that's fine. The graveyard's right by the head of the river. But I heard they put a new gate in recently to replace the old broken one. Now that those creatures have moved in, I'm sure it's locked up tight.
A key to the graveyard, huh? I know. Why don't we ask Oates about it?
A graveyard key, huh? I don't think I've seen any of those around, have you? Just kidding, obviously. If we remember back to earlier in the episode, Moggy, the Moogle Metal salesman, has a graveyard key. So we can just purchase it from him for 1 Moogle Medal. And if you don't have any medals, just head over to the Whack-A-Box minigame where you can get one as a consolation prize every time. Alternatively, you can just save scum some Shinra boxes until you find one. I didn't buy the key from him before because I wanted to get this extra quest, dialogue, and character development.
Wait, you're not looking for the key to the graveyard gate, are you? Well, it's your lucky day. The Angel took it. Stole from some public security jerks. She gave it to Moggy, so I'm guessing he's selling it for medals now.
Thanks, Oates. I didn't catch it in Moggy's inventory when we did the Moggy quest earlier in the chapter. Couldn't have done it without you, bud. And here's Moggy.
Hey, you don't happen to have a key to a graveyard, do you?
Of course! The Emporium has everything, Kupo.
Nice, and we can grab the last non-renewable item from Moggy's inventory, the graveyard key, a key to the gate of the Sector 5 Slums graveyard.
Thanks, you guys! I've got a whole mountain of Moogle medals now. Soon I'll be able to make everyone here super happy.
That's wonderful. So, like Mog the Moogle, you'll be able to make all our hopes and dreams come true?
Not just yours, Kupo. The wishes of every single person in the slums.
It's a lot of wishes.
Lots of people in Midgard love to collect Moogle medals, you know. They'll pay anything to get their hands on more. I'm using the money to set up more shops all throughout the slums, Kupo. I'm giving jobs to the other kids and making life better for everyone here. And that's how I'll make everyone happy.
That's one way of doing it, Kupo.
And I've got extra happiness for you too.
So what's to stop us from selling directly to these collectors?
Moogle magic, Kupo?
Next time, keep your plans to yourself.
Thanks, you guys. By working together, I know we can make the world a happier place.
So we got a little bit of extra dialogue out of Moggy that we wouldn't have seen if we just bought the key with everything else at the beginning of the chapter. And I'll just show the graveyard key in our key items inventory. I love how it's just a metal scrap makeshift. That's another key item that we're going to lose from our inventory, so best to show it off now. And if we take a look at our map, we're going to be exploring the graveyard, which is a brand new area on Nuts and Bolts Hill. We can finally access it since we got the key. And that's going to wrap up all of our business in the kids' hideout for the rest of the chapter. We'll be back later in the game though. Now we know what the Moogle medals are used for, and Moggy's gonna have some excellent items for us later in the game, so it's time to start saving up again. So our business with Moggy is done, and our business with Chadley is done. We're just about to take care of the last side quest of the chapter. We've collected all the hidden chests and materia and music discs, so we've progressed quite far into the chapter and it's nearly complete. Day 4 will focus in on the final story elements to close out the chapter and prepare for chapter 9. It is going to be a bit of a shorter episode though, so I might flesh it out with some appendice type extras and some Easter eggs. Nothing in those boxes. Alright, so here we are on Nuts and Bolts Hill, preparing to head to the graveyard and pay respects to the old man's deceased wife. Apparently there's some gnarly monsters that we're going to have to take out, that's why he couldn't go himself. We're going to go hard right down a new path fork after this tunnel, grab these boxes, just an antidote. We can cross this cool and sketchy bridge, and the graveyard's just on the other side of this gate. You may have seen some creatures lurking over the top of the fence. So let's get prepared for our final battle of the episode. We're going to start with our materia swap. We're not going to be using synergy anymore, and Cloud's going to go back to a physical build with the nail bat. Pause if you want to see the details. Most importantly, Aerith needs Blizzara and Cloud needs Assess. I also gave Provoke to Cloud so he can keep the enemies off Aerith's back while she focuses on casting ice spells. He's got his nail bat back, and we're going to give him the protective boots because these enemies like to cast slow. Additionally, I gave Aerith the new Spectral Cogwheel to raise her limit break faster, and we optimized our quick commands. So this is the new Venomantis enemy, cousin to the Grass Strike, which we've already seen. We'll start with our assessment, then rush in with Cloud, go into Punisher mode with Triangle, and prepare for a counterattack with R1. I'll toss in an Orb of Gravity to do a chunk of damage. Switching over to Aerith now, hopefully with Cloud's Provoke, the enemies will focus on him. All those spiderwebs cause slow, but Cloud is completely immune with his protective boots. With Aerith's 2 full charges, we did an Arcade Ward, followed by an ATB boost, and then we can link 4 devastating Blizzara attacks together in a row. Oh man, that was amazing. The first and most powerful Glacier hit all 3, and then I was able to stagger 2 of them. Cloud did a triple slash and probably got a bunch of crits with his Nailbat build. Aerith's limit break is nearly full due to the staggering and her MP usage coupled with the Spectral Cogwheel. We used another Blizzara on this guy. She does have the slow status, but I'm not too concerned. With that stagger, her limit is broken and we can check out her healing wind ability. Meanwhile, we can do another triple slash with Cloud, and Aerith's healing wind topped up our health for us. Nice. Let's finish this Venomantis off with a double Blizzara since we're standing in the Arcane Ward. This last guy's just got a sliver of health and done. Pro strats, yo.
This must be it.
Let's go investigate the crappiest graveyard of all time.
Hey, you want to say a prayer too?
No thanks. I think you've got it covered.
Excellent. The quest is nearly complete, but we're going to opt to not do the fast travel and return to the old man. We'll be spending the night here in the graveyard because it's spooky and cool. We stayed in a church last night, so the graveyard seems like the next obvious step. Now we can check out the Venomantis enemy intel, a subspecies of the grass strike that is marked with yellow and black patterning on its carapace. It is also armed with a highly potent poison. Tactical data not available. It's weak against ice, there's nothing to steal, and we've got most of the battle log except for the limit break. We did use Aerith's limit, but it didn't count because it's not offensive. So yeah, these things look really similar to grass strikes, but they're way harder to take down. Well guys, that's it for day 3 of chapter 8. It's a bit of an abrupt ending, but we'll be back to close out the chapter very soon. Our heroes are going to have a nap on the bench. As always, if you enjoyed the episode, please drop a sub and a like, and I'll catch you in the next one. Kilson out.